Hi, I'm Neil Deaton. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. In this video I'm going to take you through a push workout in a power building based style. So for those unaware, power building is basically when you're trying to get very strong but you're also trying to develop your physique at the same time. It's like having the best of both worlds. You want to look like a bodybuilder and lift like a powerlifter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a sample workout. This is the kind of workout that I'd lay out for myself, for clients, and we've all had very good results from it. I've trained this way for many years just because I really enjoy the way it's set up, and I've always had goals of trying to get stronger and develop a good physique. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through each exercise, how to execute the exercise itself form-wise, how many reps to do and how many sets to hit. So it's all laid out. All you've got to do is take some notes, apply it to your session, have a great workout. Now by utilising this kind of training, it's allowed me to get strong. I've had a world record bench press still standing from 2009. That was equipped in the junior 90 kilo class, and more recently I took the British all-time raw total record, I can never say that properly, in the 82.5 kilo class, and it's also allowed me to develop quite a good physique at the same time. So when you're doing this style of training, you've got to think about how you're executing the exercise as much as anything. When you're bodybuilding, you're looking at moving the heaviest loads possible whilst focusing on loading the muscles that you're targeting. Now when you're powerlifting, you're trying to move the heaviest loads possible from A to B. That's it. You're trying to create the best leverages for yourself to move the best weight, the most amount of weight. And how we set this up is, I think this was Josh Bryant who I first heard it off. Whether he came up with it or not, I don't know, but I really like the way he explained it. So you've got a muscle focus or a movement focus. A movement focus exercise would be a powerlifting mentality of getting the weight from A to B, whereas a muscle focus would be more of a bodybuilding mentality where you're trying to load the muscle up as much as possible and then move as much as possible weight wise. So we're going to get into the session. I'm going to go through each exercise, how it should be applied. Should it be a movement focus? Should it be a muscle focus? How many sets to do, how many reps to hit, etc. So first exercise is going to be the bench press. Take your time warming up on these. Work up to that top set and really try and move some weight. Then going to move on to dips. Got a bit of a forward lean, nice range of motion. Again, we want to be really moving some weight on these, get strong on these. The last movement focused exercise is going to be low incline dumbbell bench. Still controlled on the negative, but really pressing with some power on these. We're then moving on to dumbbell incline flies, muscle focus, feeling it through your chest and keeping constant tension. This is a stricter version of the usual front raise. Credit to Joe Bennett, the hypertrophy coach. I really like these. Again, this is a muscle focus, really focusing on loading the triceps up, elbows high and in, nice strict reps. Going to finish the session with some dumbbell lat raise. Nice strict reps, focusing on keeping tension on your medial delts. So two key things if you're going to do this session. First thing, it's quite low volume. You've got to make the very most out of every set. RM is a rep max, so you're going to failure on that set. You've got to really push those sets. So on the bench press, you work up to a 3 to 6 rep max. Say you hit 120 for 5. That'd mean that you can't get 6 reps. That 5th rep was all out. You're going to drop the weight down to get in the 8 to 12 rep range. If you were to drop it down a little bit too low, say you tried 90 kilo, 85 kilo, and you end up hitting that 12th rep and it's still not all out, keep going, keep pushing. So you're going to go to failure on that set. We're not wasting the set by just stopping at 12. You're only doing 2 sets, so you've got to make the most out of them. All it means is in the next session, you're just going to know that you've got to increase the load a bit to get in that rep range. That brings me on to my next point. If you're going to train in this style of training, you've got to make sure that you're logging your lifts. You need to know what numbers you're hitting because it's based on progression. The next session, you've got to beat the amount of weight you did while still maintaining the same reps. The key is as well, you've got to use the same form. You can't just alter your form and cheat to get more reps because that way you're not getting stronger, you're not progressing. So for instance, if you did the dumbbell incline flies, you hit 20s for 10 reps. The next session you do this, you know that you've got to hit 22s for 10 reps or more as a sign of progression. And you've got to continue that through on every exercise. Mentally, it can be very draining. Before the session, you need to know exactly what you're going to do. You've got to hit that weight for that many reps on this exercise whilst maintaining that form. It's a tough way of training, but it's enjoyable. It gives you instant feedback. You'll know if you've had a good session. You'll know if you're progressing because you're getting stronger. And that's all about all I've got to say. If you like the video, feel like you've got something out of it, please subscribe, please like the video. If you've got any more specific questions, feel free to shoot me an email. My email address is on the screen now. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.